Hello, welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric. Tonight we're going to play another game from the 1961 season, Kyle Yastrzemski's rookie season, using inside pitch baseball. The Red Sox 21st game of the season. So far they're 8-12 on the season, but check out last game if you haven't. They went on a rampage pretty much against the Angels and had by far their highest single game output of runs and run differential in the whole season. Not to mention probably one of the, if not the most, but the most runs I've ever scored in a Red Sox replay, or pretty close to it. And surprisingly enough, it was the 1961 Boston Red Sox that did it. I would have never thought that since I'm playing, such good teams as the 1978 Red Sox, offensive teams, 2004 and 2007, and some other Red Sox seasons. But yeah, this is by far the highest, at least the highest run differential I played in a game, and I think probably even the most home runs in a game or close to it that I've ever gotten from Red Sox players. But anyway, if you haven't checked that game out, game number, Kyle Yastrzemski career replay, game number 20 of the 1967 season, the game right before this one. But anyway, it's been about almost a week since we played a game. So if you're going to play one or two tonight, probably might even play another one depending upon how this one goes and how long it goes. Ron Moeller is on the mound for the hometown Los Angeles Angels in the rubber game of a 3-game series. They'll be playing from Wrigley Field in Los Angeles, not to be confused with Wrigley Field in Chicago. Tom Brewer is on the mound for the Red Sox. Red Sox are, like I said, 8-12 on the season. And they actually came into this game with an 8-12 record. So they've tied their record coming into this game, and they did win this game. So if the Red Sox want to keep pace with their season record, they'll have to win this one. So Ron Moeller for the Angels, in 1961, he had a record of 4-8 with a 5.81 earned run average, 113 innings pitched, 122 innings hits allowed, 87 strikeouts and 83 walks. The Red Sox lineup against Moeller is going to be Chuck Schilling, the second baseman, bats first. Kyle Yastrzemski all the way up to number 2 in the order. That's the highest that he's batted in the order in his rookie season. It'll be the left fielder. Third baseman Frank Malzone bats third. Batting cleanup is the right fielder Jackie Jensen. Jim Pagliarone is behind the plate batting fifth. Carroll Hardy, who had a perfect game last game. I think he reached base on all, it was either 6 or 7 plate appearances, including, I think it was a 4-for-4 with a couple of walks, and I think there's another way he got on base too. But anyway, he was 7 for 7 on the day, and getting player of the game honors. Vic Wertz, the first baseman, bats 7th. Batting 8th back in the lineup today is Pumpsy Green, the shortstop, and batting 9th on the mound is Tom Brewer. So Chuck Schilling comes in, hitting .259 with 2 runs batted in, and Schilling did not get an RBI in yesterday's game. He's only had 2 for the whole season. He was one of the only Red Sox players not to get an RBI in the game. So Moeller looks in for the sign from Averill. Behind Moeller is Wagner, Pearson, and Hunt in the outfield. Pearson, the best defender with a 4 range. Actually, has a 4 defensive rating in inside pitch. I got to remember what game I'm playing. Play so many of them, and each game it seems like it's a different rating for whether it's good or whether it's bad. Anyway, so Pearson the best range there. Hunt average range in right. Wagner below average range in left. Hunt an error machine in right, so if it's an error check, he's probably going to commit one. and Wagner the most shorthanded of the three outfielders. In the infield, it's Leak, Hamlin, Aspromani, and Bilko. Leak the most range with a 5 range. Aspromani above average range at second. Hamlin and Bilko both average range. About average as far as error-wise. Behind the plate, Averill, average range, below average arm, average error rating. And Moeller on the hill is average range, commits a ton of errors on the mound. So chances are he'll fail a range check too. So some defensive liabilities out there for the Los Angeles Angels, along with a couple that are excellent range. So Schilling steps into the box. Moore looks in for the sign from Averill. Here's the windup in the pitch. And Schilling comes in, hitting .259 with, like you said, with two runs batted in. So 1-4, and that'll be a strikeout. So Schilling's down on strikes. So that'll bring up Yastrzemski. I believe he homered in yesterday's game. Average up to 232 with 3 homers and 13 runs batted in. Here's the windup in the pitch by Moeller. And Yastrzemski will draw a walk. So Yastrzemski, the first base runner on. That'll bring up Frank Malzone, who had a whale of a game yesterday. I believe he homered twice in yesterday's game, hitting .444 in the season with 3 homers and 8 runs batted in. Yastrzemski being held on by Bilko. He won't be going on this pitch. Malzone avoids the strikeout and flies out to Wagner and left. So 2 down now for Jackie Jensen. Jensen off to a fast start this season, hitting .368 with 2 homers and 14 runs batted in. So here's the pitch. And that's going to be a base hit. Yastrzemski was off on the pitch with 2 down. Will make his way to third, so runners at the corners. For Pags, Jim Pagliarone comes in hitting .270 with 2 homers and 8 runs batted in. Moeller in the stretch position. Looks at the runners, kicks and delivers. And that's going to be a walk to Pagliarone. So that'll load the bases for Carroll Hardy, who, as we said earlier, was a perfect 7 for 7 in yesterday's game. Comes in hitting .324 with 4 runs batted in. Averill goes out to talk to Moeller, goes back behind the plate. See if Hardy can continue his on-base streak here and put the Red Sox in the lead. Oh, it's a possible error. And there's going to be no error on the play. Leak makes the play over to first, and that'll do it for the Red Sox. So they load the bases but cannot score. And after 1/2 inning, it's Red Sox nothing, and the Angels coming to bat. Tom Brewer on the hill for the Red Sox. Comes in with an 0-2 record, a 3.85 earned run average. 25 2/3 innings pitched, 18 hits allowed, 9 walks and 5 strikeouts. On the actual season, he was 3-2. So he's due for a win. For the Los Angeles Angels, it's going to be L.B. Pearson, the center fielder, will lead it off. He'll be followed by Ken Aspromani, the second baseman. Leon Wagner, the left fielder, bats third. Steve Bilko, first baseman, will bat cleanup. Ken Elhunt, the right fielder, bats fifth. Earl Averill behind the plate bats sixth. Third baseman Gene Leak bats seventh. Ken Hamlin, the shortstop, bats eighth. And on the mound, batting ninth, is Ron Moeller. So Pearson comes in hit 288 on the season. 250 against the Red Sox so far. 288 with 7 homers and 41 runs batted in. So the defense behind Brewer is going to be Yastrzemski in left, Hardy in center, and Jensen in right. Jensen above average range in right. The best defender with a above average arm and a very low error rating of 3. Yastrzemski and Hardy are both average range, both with a 7 error rating, and Yastrzemski with a slightly better arm in left. In the infield, it's Malzone, Green, Schilling, and Wirtz. Schilling the best defender with a 4 range. Wirtz and Malzone on the corners, average range, and Green not very much range at all with a 2 rating. Green commits quite a few errors at shortstop. Malzone and Wirtz, pretty average. Pagliarone behind the plate is above average range, but commits a ton of errors, and with a below average arm. Brewer on the hill, excellent defender, and very sure-handed. So Brewer looks in for the sign from Pagliarone. Pearson in the box. Here's the windup and the pitch. And he's going to ground out to Malzone for out number 1. Next up is Ken Aspermani. He hit .224 in the season with 2 homers and 19 runs batted in. Delivery by Brewer. And he'll fly out to Yastrzemski in left for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down for the Angels. Brings on Leon Wagner. I believe he homered in yesterday's game. I know he homered in one of the games of the series. If it wasn't yesterday, then it would have been on Monday. Hitting very well against the Red Sox, hitting at a clip of .556, and this being his 4th game against the Red Sox. Hit .280 for the actual season with 28 homers and 79 runs batted in. And that's going to be a walk. So 2-out walk issued by Brewer. Brings up Bilko. Bilko hit .279 with 20 homers and 59 runs batted in. Against the Red Sox, 0 for 1. And he'll ground out to Schilling at second, over to Wirtz. And that'll do it for the Angels in the first, so after 1 full, no score. Dick Wirtz will lead it off for the Red Sox. Comes in hitting .262 on the season with 5 homers and 13 runs batted in. I believe he homered in yesterday's game also. And he's going to get himself a leadoff double to start the second. So a good start for the Red Sox. Runner in scoring position for Pumpsy Green, who's had a few days off. He's been struggling somewhat on the season, hitting only .212, but does have 3 homers and 9 runs batted in. Has another RBI opportunity here. And that's going to be a range check at Wrigley Park. And that is going to be a 2-run bomb.
Deep to left field, looking down the line. Gone! Towering fly ball.
And that deserves a sip of coffee as Pumpsy Green goes deep in his first game back after a couple of days off. So obviously the rest helped him as he puts the Red Sox in front 2-0 in the top of the second. So to bring up Tom Brewer. And let's check out his average. I don't know why sometimes they don't show it there. Hit just .098 on the season. 61 at-bats with 2 runs batted in. Brewer looks in for the sign. Moeller looks in for the sign. Kicks and delivers. And Leake gets it, but throws it away. So Brewer's going to reach on the error by Leake. So that'll bring up Chuck Schilling. He struck out his first time up. I think we'll hit away. And he's going to draw a walk. So runners on first and second with nobody out for Yastrzemski. 2 runs already in on the 2-run blast by Pumpsy Green. Yastrzemski walked his first time up. And he's going to walk again.
Good base on balls.
So Moeller's control is not good so far. And that's going to load the bases with nobody out. As Averill goes out to talk to Moeller. Goes back into the back behind the plate. It's got to bring up dangerous Frank Malzone, who's hitting .429 on the season. Another range check at Wrigley Field. These have been good for the Red Sox so far. 5-3, and they're going to continue to be good as Malzone goes deep. So Malzone with a grand salami puts the Red Sox on top 6-0. And the Red Sox picked up where they left off in yesterday's game. Not sure why I waited so long to play this game, as they scored 23 runs in that game. So, but they've scored 6 runs already, and we don't even have one out in the second. So 6-0 Red Sox, and Angels have some activity going in their bullpen quickly as Ron Moeller is being tagged around here. So Jackie Jensen up now. He's 1 for 1. And he strikes out. So finally Moeller gets an out here in the second. That'll bring up Pagliarone, who walked his first time up. This will be a range play at Wrigley Field. And Hamlin cannot get to this. Pagliarone will be on with a base hit. So Averill goes out to talk to Moeller, trying to buy some time for the relief pitchers. Looks like Tom Morgan is loosening up in the Angels bullpen. Bill Rigney on the top of the steps for the Angels. Looks like he's getting ready to come out and possibly pull Moeller, just waiting for the sign from the bullpen. And that's going to be a walk. And here comes Rigney. Looks like Rigney's makes a slow walk to the mound. Hasn't made the sign yet. And there it is. He calling for Morgan. So that is going to be it for Ron Moeller. He just lasts 1 1/3 innings, responsible for both runners on. Already given up 6 runs. Don't think all of them were earned, as there was an error. So at least one of them is probably unearned. And that is going to be it for Ron Moeller. Very short outing for him. And, I don't know if we want Tom Morgan. Looks like he did come in the 6th. Or the 7th. It's a little bit different ball game. It was a 3-2 game last game. So we might not want to bring in Tom Morgan here. I think they're going to bring in Jim Donahue instead. He's pitched a lot more, 120 innings, or Ron Klein possibly. No, I think we'll go with, looks like Donahue is more, he pitched in 45 games. So we'll go with Jim Donahue. He'll come in for the Angels. Had a record of 5-7 on the season with a 4.20 earned run average, 6 saves, 120 innings pitched, 116 hits allowed, 99 strikeouts, and 58 walks. So he'll face Vic Wertz, who doubled and scored his first time up. So first and second with 1 down. And they're going to try for the... Yeah, those base runners aren't very fast. So we're going to try for the double play. So no. So the lead runner is going to advance. They'll get the runner at second. But the return throw is not in time as Wirtz beats it out. So they get the middleman, so put runners at the corners with 2 down for Pumpsy Green, who started the Red Sox scoring off with a 2-run blast. His 4th of the season. So Donahue looks in for the sign from Averill. Looks at the runners, kicks and delivers. Gotta love these ballpark checks, although we hit a couple good ones early on with the home runs, but however, this is a range check, and Donahue will not get to this one. And Pagliarone will come in to score the 7th Red Sox run. And Green is on. Actually, they're going to credit him with a single, as that was kind of a tough play for Donahue. So Green will get his 3rd RBI of the game. The Red Sox are up now 7-0. So then we have Tom Brewer. Brewer 0 for 1 with a run scored. Reached on it was a fielder's choice his first time up. 3-2. And that's going to be a base hit off the pitcher's card. Wirtz will come in to score. Green moves up to 3rd. And it's 8-0 Red Sox as Brewer gets himself an RBI single. So runners at the corners for Schilling. He's 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. And that's going to be a wild pitch by Donahue. So Green will come home on the wild pitch, and Brewer will move to second. Red Sox lead now 9-0. And finally, the inning is over as Schilling flies out to left. Yeah, I think so. Now we're going to have to look through this right here. So I know there's at least one unearned run. I think that was it, though. So let's go back here. So Frank Milzone with the grand salami. And then after that, 3 more runs were tacked on. So let's see. I think the arrow is here. So let's see. It started off with Tom Brewer, the pitcher. So they did bat around. So I think that is going to be the only run that's unearned. So just Brewer's initial run. Everything else is going to be earned. Yeah, they did bat around. So, yep, that's right. Only one unearned run. Moeller was charged with 7 runs. Donahue with charged a run, too. So we head to the bottom of the second with the Red Sox out to a commanding 9-0 lead. As they challenge even maybe they're going to make a run at yesterday's mark. They've already, I think they're ahead of their pace for yesterday's game. So Ken Hunt up now. Hunt will lead it off for the Angels. He hit .255 on the season with 25 homers and 84 runs batted in. Pitch by Brewer. So Brewer just basically has to throw strikes now and not worry about it. And that'll be a base hit. So Hunt on with a leadoff single. Next up, Earl Averill comes in hitting hit .266 on the season with 21 homers and 59 runs batted in. Angels definitely have the capability of putting runs on the board. And that'll be a walk. So Pagliarone goes out to talk to Brewer, tells him just throw strikes. Goes back behind the plate. Leak up now. Hitting hit just .226 on the season with 5 homers and 20 runs batted in. And that's going to be an error on YASTRZEMSKI. So 1 run will come in. So it's 9-1 now. No RBI on the play. As Leak is safe on the error by YASTRZEMSKI, goes all the way to second. And Averill on third. So Ken Hamlin up now, the number 8 hitter. He just hit .209 with a homer and 5 runs batted in. And that's going to be a ground ball to short. And yeah, we're going to let the runner score. Yes. So he'll come in to score. Leak will hold that second as Green looks him back. And they get an out. So 9-2 now. Donahue up now. Donahue hit 143 with an RBI. 28 at-bats. Oh, thankfully it's him. Not anybody else, because Brewer was very susceptible to right-handed. Did not allow a home run to left-handed batters, but very susceptible to the long ball against righties. But thankfully it is the pitcher who did not hit any home runs. So hit the Schilling at second. Leak will move to third. And Donahue is retired for out number 2. So top of the order, Pearson up now. He's 0 for 1 on the day. And he'll ground out to Schilling for out number 3. I don't think so. They were both.
Have you picked your designated driver for this evening? Please remember to drink responsibly.
Oh yes, actually, I'm sorry. I think. Let's see. Oh, maybe not. Single and a walk, and then error. Let's see what happened after that. Yeah, I think they're both going to be unearned. Let's see. So let's just say that. Leak was put out at first. That would move runners up to second and third with 1 down. I think 1 run would have scored there on the ground out. That would have been Hunt's run, though. So it would have been second and third with 1 down. And then it would have been Hamlin. So that would have scored the first one, would have scored on Hamlin's ground out. And then it would have been 2 down. And then it would have been 3 down. So I think, yeah, one of the runs, I believe, is unearned on that one. Because of that, because there would have been 3 outs if they would have got Leak. Should have been, YASTRZEMSKI should have got to that. So one of the runs is earned, and 1 unearned. So the Angels score 2, and it's a 9-2. Oh, I didn't realize you can click on that and get the line score. There it is after 2.5. Pretty cool. All right. Sorry, after 2, not 2.5. So we'll head to the top of the third. The Red Sox with still a commanding 9-2 lead. YASTRZEMSKI will lead it off. He's walked twice and scored a run. And he'll ground out to third for out number 1. Malzone up now. Hit a grand slam his last time up. So Malzone now average up to 448 with 12 runs batted in. Here's the pitch by Donahue. And
You're out.
Hamlin will make the play for out number 2. So it'll be him, Jensen. He's 1 for 2 with a strikeout. And that's going to be another base hit off the pitcher's card, as Jensen gets his second hit of the day. So he continues his hot start to the season. Pagaroni 1 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. And he'll fly out to left. Yastrzemski makes the catch for out number 3. So after 2.5, it's 9-2 Boston. Brewer back out there on the hill. He'll face Aspermani, Wagner, and Bilko. Aspermani 0 for 1. And he'll get his first base hit of the day. Second hit for the Angels. There we have Wagner, who walked his first time up. Wirtz holding on Aspermani. And he strikes out Wagner for out number 1. So Brewer with his first K of the day. That'll bring up Bilko, 0 for 1. And he's going to hit a ground ball to short. Over to second for 1, back to first. And they double up Bilko. And that'll do it for the Angels in the third. So after 3 full, it's Boston 9 and Los Angeles 2. And that is going to be it for Donahue. He goes 2+ innings. Actually, 1+ innings, 1 2/3 innings. Let's see what the computer picks here. I think we're going to go with Ryan Duran, who actually pitched in the game. So Ryan Duran pitched 2 innings in the actual game. So Duran was 6-13 on the season with 2 saves, 5.19 earned run average, 104 innings pitched, 89 hits allowed, 115 strikeouts, and 78 walks. So he is definitely a strikeout pitcher. So Hardy will lead it off. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. And he strikes out Hardy for out number 1. Next up, Dick Wirtz, 1 for 2 with a double and 2 runs scored. Another ballpark check here. And Wirtz is going to get himself his second hit of the day. And he'll hold at first. Pumpsy Green up now, 2 for 2 with a 2-run homer to get things started. 3 runs batted in on the day. And he'll strike out this time, as Duran gets him for his second K of the day. So Duran with 2 strikeouts already. So it'll be a Brewer. Had an RBI single his last time up, 1 for 2 on the day. And it's going to be a range play.
And a fly ball left field.
And Wagner's not going to get to this one.
That is over his head, and that is out to the field.
And Brewer's going to have himself a double. Wirtz is going to come around and score. So Wirtz gets his second RBI with a RBI double. So 10-2 now, Red Sox. As Los Angeles' defense is letting them down. So it'll bring up Schilling. Schilling looking for his first hit of the day. Did walk and score on the home run by Malzone, right? Grand slam. And it's going to be a range check at Wrigley Field. These have been good for the Red Sox so far. And continues to be good, as Hamlin's not going to get to this one. Brewer come in to score. And Schilling's got himself an RBI and finally gets his 3rd RBI of the season. It's 11-2 Red Sox. So it'll bring up Yastrzemski. He's 0 for 1 with a couple of walks and a run scored. And that is going to be a wild pitch. So Schilling will move into scoring position now. And Yastrzemski goes down and strikes. The Red Sox tack on a couple more. And it's an 11-2 game now after 3.5. It'll be Hunt, Averill, and Leake up against Brewer. Hunt 1 for 1 with a run scored. And Hunt will strike out. So Brewer gets his second K of the day. Averill up now. Walked and scored. And looks like he'll walk again. So third walk of the day given up by Brewer. Leake 0 for 1 up to the plate now. And he's going to ground it to second. Over to Green for 1. Back to first, not in time. They get the lead runner. So 2 down now with Leake at first on the fielder's choice for Ken Hamlin. 0 for 1 with an RBI. And a rain check for the Angels. And that's going to be an out. So after 4 full, Red Sox 11 and the Angels 2. Now Zone up to the plate now, 1 for 3 with a grand slam. We'll try to get another couple batters out of Duran. And that's going to be it for him as he walks Malzone. Sign has been made to the bullpen. And they're calling for Johnny James to come out. James struggling on the season, 13.85 earned run average against the Red Sox. 5.24 on the season with an 0-2 record and 72 innings pitched. Jensen 2 for 3 with will come up now. Average up to 383. Oh my goodness. And Jackie Jensen's going to go yard, a 2-run shot.
Long drive, watch this baby, way out of here. Tremendous home run.
So the Red Sox bats continue to come alive here as they put up 13. Not even halfway through in 4+ innings. So they're on a pace to definitely at least reach their 23-run mark. So it'll be at Pagliarone. He's 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. And he'll strike out. Hardy 0 for 2 with a walk. Gets his second walk of the day. So Dick Wirtz having another fine day. 2 for 3 with a double and 3 runs scored. And he draws a walk. So it'll put runners on first and second for Pumpsy Green. 2 for 3 with a homer and 3 runs batted in. 2 runs scored. And that's going to load the bases. Oh, man. So that'll bring up Tom Brewer. Brewer's having a fine day. 2 for 3 with a double, a single, 2 runs scored, and 2 runs driven in. And Johnny James is going to walk the pitcher as Brewer gets a bases-loaded walk for his 3rd run batted into the day, and that is going to be it for James, as he is totally ineffective. The Red Sox lead now 14-2. No, I'm not going to bring in him. And it's going to be Eli Gerba. 11-13 record, 2 saves, 4.25 earned run average, 212 innings pitched, 197 hits allowed, 104 walks, 105 strikeouts. So the bases loaded, the 1 down for Schilling, 1 for 3 with an RBI. And he strikes out swinging. So Yastrzemski will get a chance with the bases loaded. 0 for 2 with a couple of walks and a run scored. Ooh, and another stadium check, 6 strikes. And he'll ground out the first to end the inning. But the Red Sox tack on another 3 runs and lead at 14-2 after 4.5, halfway through. So Gerber will hit for himself here. Not a bad hitting pitcher, 234 with 2 homers and 11 runs batted in. Brewer back out there on the hill. Wow. And Gerber is going to get a leadoff double. So that'll bring up Pearson 0 for 2. And he's going to ground 1 to short. And Gerber will hold at second as Green throws over to Wirtz for out number 1. As for money, 1 for 2 up now. And he'll ground out to Wirtz. Wirtz will take it to the bag himself as Gerber moves to third. But now with 2 down. Wagner up now, 0 for 1 with a walk. He'll get a second walk of the day. 4th walk of the day for Brewer. So runners at the corners for Bilko. Bilko hitless on the day. And he'll strike out here. So the Angels threaten but do not score, and it remains 14-2 after 5 full. Malzone, Jensen, and Pagliaroni up for the Red Sox. Malzone hit a grand slam. 1 for 3 on the day. And this time he'll fly out to Wagner for out number 1. Jensen up now. He's got 3 hits on the day, including a home run. 2 runs batted in. This time he'll draw a walk. So 1 out base runner for the Red Sox. Brings up Pagliaroni, 1 for 3 with a run scored. And Pagliaroni is going to get into the action here. He's going to go deep. So Pagliaroni with a 2-run shot, and it's 16-2. Wow. Unbelievable. So it doesn't matter who the Angels bring in the last couple of days. The Red Sox are teeing off. Hardy's 0 for 2, but with a couple of walks and a run scored. See if he can get in on the action. And another range check at Wrigley Field. And he'll pop up to Averill, who makes the catch for out number 2. Wirtz 2 for 3 with 3 runs scored. Is also walked. Error check. And that's going to be a base hit. So Wirtz gets his 3rd hit of the day. Pumpsy Green 2 for 3 with 3 runs batted in, including a home run. Range play. And Hamlin can't get to that one, as Wirtz holds at second. So Tom Brewer, 2 for 3 with 3 runs batted in. Including a double, a single, and a walk. 2 runs scored. Does not get hit by the pitch, but it'll fly out to Peterson Peterson? Yeah, Pearson in center for out number 3. So the Red Sox tack on another 2 runs on the 2-run homer by Pags and lead at 16-2 after 5.5. So Brewer back on the hill for probably his last inning of work here. Hunt up now, 1 for 2 with the runs scored. Ballpark check. Oh, rare play. But the only thing we haven't had, grounded to second base, who throws in the dirt, making the first baseman scoop up the ball. And Wirtz makes the range play and gets him. So great play by Wirtz. Saves an error on that play. So 1 down now for Averill. He's walked twice and scored. And that's going to be hit to Green. Bobbles it a little bit, but throws over to first. And gets his man. So 2 up and 2 down for the Angels in the 6th. Gene Leake 0 for 2 on the day. Up to the plate now. And that's going to be a walk. And Pinky Higgins comes on to remove Brewer. So Brewer will leave after 5 2/3, so he's eligible for the win. And it looks like Chet Nichols is going to come in. So Nichols comes in with a 1-0 record in 5 innings pitched. Has not allowed an earned run. 3 strikeouts and 1 walk. So he'll come in to face Hamlin, the pitcher's spot, and Pearson. So Hamlin's 0 for 2 with an RBI. And he'll draw a walk. And we're going to let Gerba hit for himself. Already has a double in this game. Error check here. And he's going to get himself his 2nd hit of the day. And Leake is going to come around the score. Hamlin moves to 3rd. So Gerba is 2 for 2. 16-3 now. So Pearson hitless on the day. Steps to the plate. And he'll fly out to Yastrzemski for out number 3. So the Angels get 1 back, and it's still a very comfortable lead for the Red Sox, 16-3. Schilling, top of the order, Schilling will lead it off. He's 1 for 4 with an RBI. Gerber back out there for his 3rd inning of work. 6-3. And he'll ground out to Hamlin for out number 1. Yastrzemski up now. One of the few Red Sox without a hit today. He's 0 for 3. Does have a couple of walks and a run scored. And he's going to ground out for Aspermani. So Yastrzemski 0 for 4 on the day. Nelzone 1 for 4 with a grand slam. And he also grounds out to Aspermani. The Red Sox go in order for, I think, one of the first times today. So a 7th inning stretch time here in Los Angeles. And the Red Sox up big, 16-3, as most of the fans have started to, that haven't left, are starting to make their way to the exit now. Looks like it's more Red Sox fans left in the stadium now. Left in the field, I should say. So it'll be Aspermani, Wagner, and Bilko against Nichols here in the bottom of the 7th. Aspermani 1 for 3 on the day. Another Wrigley Field check. And that'll be a fly out to Hardy in center for out number 1. Wagner 0 for 2 with a couple of walks. And he flies out to Hardy also. So 2 quick outs for the Angels in the 7th. Bilko looking for his first hit of the day. And he will. And Yastrzemski makes a great running catch. And the Angels go in order in the 7th. So that is going to be it for Gerba. He pitched well and, well, fairly well. And did get a couple of hits. And we're going to bring in Tom Morgan now. So Morgan comes in with a no record, 2.25 earned run average, 1 save, 4 innings pitched, 2 hits allowed, 3 strikeouts, and 1 walk. Jensen up first, 3 for 4 in the day with a homer and 2 runs batted in. And he grounds out to third for out number 1. Pagaroni homered his last time up, 2 for 4, with 2 runs batted in, 2 runs scored. And he strikes out. So that'll be up to Carroll Hardy after going perfect yesterday, as has reached base twice on a couple of walks, but without a hit today, after getting 4 hits yesterday. And grounds out to short to end the inning. So the Red Sox will go in order in the top of the 8th. And they're up big 13 as we head to the bottom of the 8th. And we'll let Nichols pitch another inning here. And strikes out Hunt. So Nichols gets his first K of the day. Averill up now, 0 for 1 with a couple of walks and a run scored. And he'll fly out to right, and that's going to be it for Nichols as Pinky Higgins comes in to relieve him. And Mike Fornellis will come in just to get some work. See if we can get that ERA down a bit. Comes in with an 0-2 record of 2 saves, 7.20 earned run average, 10 innings pitched, 14 hits, 2 walks and 5 strikeouts. And not a good start for Fornellis as he walks Leak. Hamlin up now, 0 for 2 with an RBI.
Remember to get your copy of the souvenir program.
And he gets the final out of the inning. So we'll head to the 9th with the Red Sox up 16-3. Morgan back out there again for his second inning of work. Wirtz, 3 hits on the day, 3 runs scored. And Wirtz is going to get a chance to go deep here. So 50% chance here. No, he does not go deep. That would have been tough. It's a 20. And he flies out deep to Pearson in center at the warning track, makes the catch. Pumpsy Green, who has homered today, also having a fine day back after having a few days off. 3 for 4 with 2 runs scored and 3 runs batted in, a homer. And he fouls that one off. Back in the box. And that is going to be an error on Hamlin. So Green reaches on the error. Second error of the day for the Angels. And we're going to let Fornellis hit for himself here. Not too bad. I hit a 156 with a homer and 4 runs batted in. And I'll give Wrigley Field check. And he's going to Ground into a fielder's actually he's going to ground, fielder's choice as Green advances. So Green in scoring position now with 2 down for Chuck Schilling, 1 for 5 with an RBI. And he'll fly out to right. So barring a miracle comeback by the Angels, the Red Sox will not reach their 23-run mark of yesterday, but in 2 games they've scored 39 runs. So you can't complain about that, as their offense has definitely come alive here on the West Coast. So Formulas out there to finish it off. Just checking to see what his 130 hitter. So we're going to bring on a pinch hitter. Let's see, Brickell or Thornberry actual pinch hitters used. So Brickell or Thornberry. Let's see which one of these comes up first. If any of them does. Give it a few more tries. If it doesn't come up, we'll just pick one of them. There we go. So Thornberry wins the lottery there. Thornberry comes in the pinch hit. Whoops. So Faye Thornberry, 194 hitter on the season with 1 run batted in. Against the Red Sox so far, he's 2 for 2. Formulas kicks and delivers. And no home run, but he does get a single. So to bring up L.B. Pearson, hitless on the day, 0 for 4. And we're going to actually lift him, and we're going to let the other guy come in. Boy, I already forgot with Brickell. We'll let Brickell come in and pinch hit, since he did in the actual game. For Brickell, hit just 122 on the season, with 3 runs batted in and 49 at-bats. So we'll give him a shot here. Why not? And he's going to ground into the 6-4-3 double play. So the Angels down to their last out. Aspromani 1 for 4. And Jensen makes a running catch to end the game as the Red Sox destroy the Angels for the 2nd day in a row, 16-3. Scoring 39 runs in the last 2 games. So let's see here. So the Red Sox, I think they hit 6 home runs yesterday. They managed 4 today. Frank Malzone hit a grand slam, his 4th home run of the season. Jackie Jensen, I think it was a 2-run shot, his 3rd. Jim Pagaroni, a 2-run shot, his 3rd. Pumpsy Green, I think his was a 2-run shot too, for his 4th. Angels did not have any home runs. Brewer gets the win, 1-2. Gets his first win of the season. Ron Moeller, his first decision of the year, 0-1. And let's check out the game stats here. Oh, let's see here. So we'll begin with the pitching, as usual. Tom Brewer, pitched last 5 2/3 innings, just long enough to qualify for the win. 3 hits allowed, 3 runs, 2 of them earned, 5 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Didn't have his best stuff, but enough to get the win. Nichols, 2 innings pitched, 1 hit allowed, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. He was good out of the pen. And Mike Fornelez last pitched an inning in the 3rd, allowing 1 hit and 1 walk. For the Angels, Ron Moeller lasted just 1 1/3 innings, giving up 5 hits, 8 runs, 7 of them earned, 5 walks, and 2 strikeouts, and gave up 2 home runs, including a grand slam to Frank Malzone. ERA all the way up to 27.39 now. Jim Donahue, 1 2/3 innings pitched, 3 hits allowed, 1 run. It was earned. Rinduran, like Ryan Sandberg, I guess. 3 hits allowed, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. Johnny James lasted just a third of an inning, 1 hit, 2 runs, both of them earned, 4 walks, and strikeout and a home run. I think the Red Sox, I think they walked 16 times in yesterday's game. In today's game, they walked 11 times. So, Red Sox on-base percentage is definitely helped by these 2 games. And their run average per game is definitely going to get inflated by these 2 games. Johnny James, 1/3 of inning, 1 hit, 2 runs, both of them earned, 4 walks, and 1 strikeout. Surrendered a home run too. Gerba was lasted 2 2/3 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned, 1 walk and 1 strikeout. He surrendered a home run too. I think it was to Pagaroni. And Morgan, the best pitcher for the Angels, pitched 2 innings with 1 strikeout. So let's go through the Red Sox lineup here. Chuck Schilling, 1 for 6 with an RBI and a run scored, also walked. Yastrzemski was hitless, 0 for 4, but with a run scored and 2 walks. Frank Malzone, 1 for 5, but that was a big hit, a grand slam, scored 2 runs, also walked once. Jackie Jensen, 3 for 5 with 2 runs scored and a home run, 2 runs batted in, and a walk. Carroll Hardy was hitless on the day with 1 run scored, but did the same line as Yastrzemski, as he walked twice. Vic Wertz, 3 for 5 with 3 runs scored, and including a double and a walk. Pumpsy Green, 3 for 5 with 2 runs scored and 3 runs batted in, also a home run and walked once. Tom Brewer, the pitcher, 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored, 3 runs batted in, including a double and a walk. So every Red Sox starter walked at least once today. So, Red Sox lineup, another awesome day. So, for the Angels, L.B. Pearson 0 for 4. Fritz Brickell came out as a pinch hitter 0 for 1. Ken Aspromani 1 for 5. Leon Wagner 0 for 2, including a couple walks. Steve Bilko 0 for 4. Ken Hunt 1 for 4 with a run scored. Earl Averill 0 for 2 with a couple of walks and a run scored. Gene Leake 0 for 2 with a couple of walks and a run scored. Ken Hamlin 0 for 3 with a RBI and a walk. Ron Moeller didn't even last long enough to get in at bat. Jim Donahue 0 for 1. Dern did not get in at bat. James did not get in at bat. Gerba was perfect 2 for 2 with a double and an RBI. And Faye Thornberry, Tom Morgan as a pinch hitter, relief pitcher did not get in at bat. And Faye Thornberry was 1 for 1. So another fine outing for the Red Sox. Let's check out, let's save it here. And taking a few seconds here. There we go. And we're going to save it here. And we'll be right back after we save it. And then we'll go take a look at the, not the standings, but we'll take a look at the schedule and just show you the Red Sox run output so far this season, especially in the last couple of games. Alrighty, we're back. Let's check out the standings now. Not the standings, sorry. The schedule for the Red Sox. They are 9-12 now, which ties their record for the actual season. So let's take a look at the standings thus far. Actually, no, we don't look at the standings. Red Sox were the only one with the full schedule. So let's take a look at the schedule and results. That was it for the Red Sox. So, alright, so let's take a look at it. Move this up here. So, alright, so let's see. So 16-3 and 23-2 the last games, and as you can see here, the previous high for the Red Sox was 9, and that was in a loss to Washington. They were outscored 10-9. They did score 8 runs against Minnesota 3 games ago before they started their tear the last 2 games. So it's definitely skews there. They would call if this were statistic, they would definitely call these outliers here, especially the 23 runs. But we'll take it, as they've won 2 in a row, and now they're going to go to Washington to face the Senators in a 4-game series. So far against the Senators, they're 0-2. Yeah, Fenway. They played them at Fenway and lost both games. So we'll see how we can do against the Senators this time. So a 4-game series against the Senators, and then a 3-game series. Actually, a long homestand after that. 8-game homestand against Cleveland, Detroit, and Chicago. So that'll be good. So we'll see if we can continue in our next game against the Senators and continue with this great run support they've been getting. So Moeller and Brewer and DeLocke are definitely beneficiaries of the Red Sox offense here. So let's see if we can check out some other stats here. We've already gone over an hour, so a few more minutes ain't gonna matter. So let's take a look at the stats here. Let's take a look at. We don't really want to look at league stats. So let's look at team batting. So team batting here. So Rip Rapolsky, he's the pinch hitter though. So Frank Malzone hitting .406. You've heard that number there somewhere. I think in 1941 somebody hit .406 for the Red Sox. Jackie Jensen, .387. Phil Reynolds, .305. Gary Geiger, .303. Ike DeLocke, the pitcher, .294. Carroll Hardy, .289. 38 at-bats. Vic Wertz is doing well, .288. Yastrzemski's still struggling, but he's starting to come alive a little bit. Actually, today's offer did not help him. Backed it down to .219 after being as high as .232. So Malzone with a .513 on base percentage. .844 slugging percentage for Malzone. Vic Wertz with 5 homers, Pumpsy Green 4, Malzone with 4, Yastrzemski with 3, Pagaroni with 3, and Jackie Jensen with 3. Geiger with 7 triples, Jensen with 5, and Wertz. Jensen leads the team with 16 runs batting. Yastrzemski second on the team with 13 runs batting, and Wertz 2. Pumpsy Green with 12 and Malzone with 12. Pagaroni with 10. Jensen leads with 24 hits. Schilling and Geiger with 23 apiece. Wertz with 15 runs scored. Yastrzemski with 14 runs scored despite only hitting .219. So let's take a look at the pitching. Let's see here. Ike DeLocke leads the team with 35 and a third innings pitched, followed by Tom Brewer, 31.1, and Bob Moeller. Let's look at the ERA. Not letting me sort by ERA. Wins. Ike DeLocke, 4-0. 3.57 earned run average. Nobody else with more than a win, so Ike DeLocke, the ace of the staff so far. Marquette leads with 24 strikeouts in 30 innings. DeLocke 17 in 33 innings. Brewer 14 walks. Nobody with a shutout yet or a complete game. Well, actually one complete game. Ike DeLocke. So Ike DeLocke, the star pitcher for the Red Sox in 1961 so far. So the Red Sox 2-4 at home. They've only played 6 games at home, so that's probably part of the reason they have their 9-12 record too. So hopefully away they're 7-8. So hopefully we'll see against the left-handers, against the right-handers. So that is it, as the Red Sox will take on the Washington Senators in a 4-game series with a 9-12 record. After 2 amazing games here against the Angels, in which they won the series, and more importantly, they scored a ton of runs in their last 2 games, 23 and 16 respectively. So take care, God bless, and if you like these games, definitely like and subscribe. Check out our other Inside Sports games. This is our Kyle Yastrzemski career replay. We've got a Larry Bird career replay using Inside the Paint Basketball 1979 season going on. Bobby Orr career replay in his rookie season, 1966-67 season, using Inside the Crease Hockey. And Inside Blitz Football, we got a Rob Gronkowski rookie season career replay going. So take a look at those, and plus some of our other series, like the 1978 Boston Red Sox Stratomatic series, among many others. And also check out our other people that we subscribe to, like our Red Sox Fan, Tabletop Baseball Plus, Baseball Demos, ID Gesture, Clinton Parks, among many others that we just check out our like channels too. So nice little community we got going here. So take care, God bless, and we'll see you in the next Kyle Yastrzemski career replay from his rookie season 1961. Bye bye now.